happy boom 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 tighten in the morning. Sit it da 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 da. Sit it da 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 da. Chicka 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 da. Zoom da 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 dum da dum da dum dum da 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 dum da dum da dum dum da 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 dum da dum dum dum. It's tighten in the morning. Zibba dibba da da dum da dum da da dum da dum da. Sibba dibba da da dum da dum da da dum da dum dum dum. Doom, sibba dibba da doom to doom da to doom to doom doom to doom to doom doom, sibba dibba da boom 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 boom, happy boom 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 boom, tighten in the morning, sibba dibba da doom to doom da, do to doom da to doom to doom dee, dibba dibba dee to do to do do to do to do do to do to do do. It's tighten in the morning, zibba dibba doo. It's tighten in the morning, zibba dibba doo. It's tighten in the morning. It's tighten in the morning. So tighten in the morning. Hi, my name is Titan Capri. I am a black gay man living with HIV and celebrating 20 years of thriving in my diagnosis. Titan in the Morning is an inclusive space for your morning wake up. Every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 a.m. Central Standard Time. We come in and we say good morning because we love all the O's and R's and INGs. Then we grab our cups, put the topic in the cups, and then we sip. You will get a space and a place where you can be who you are just the way God made you, along with some breathwork breathing. And not to mention some movement with the Titans groove. Sit it, tat, 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 tat. So come on in to this inclusive, brave, and safe space where we like to say good morning to our village, tribe, gang, and chosen family. The place to be is right here with me. I will see you there. Good morning. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Good morning. Hey, good morning, my people. Y'all know what today is. Y'all know it's a Thursday. Y'all know what we do. Let me go ahead and give this an inaugural sip in for y'all because somebody said on Tuesday that I wasn't sipping like I was supposed to be sipping. And, I had a conversation with someone, actually with just Dominic last night, and Dominic's going to be on in a minute. But somebody had said that my sip and my slurp or whatever it may be didn't cross over to radio. I just want to go ahead and sip because wait a minute, baby. Oh, all right, y'all. Y'all know what y'all need to do. Y'all know what y'all do. I see the comments already coming in. Thank you so much. Hey, 504 girl. Hey, I know I've been away for a minute. She said, good morning, Titan. Yes, all those O's and R's and INGs. Now, 504 girl, Roxy, I know it's you. You ain't got to keep telling me that. You part of my family, baby. I know it's you. You stay on over there and do what you do. But thank you for being in. I appreciate you. Good morning. Hey, Lucy Lou. Good morning. Hey, everyone. Good morning to you all. All right, y'all. So let me do this before I bring my guest in. So I just want to say to you all that this month we are highlighting chosen family. So my guests that will be on are all part of my chosen family. We will talk about it. We will be about it. But I want to just express the importance of a chosen family, right? A lot of times what we don't understand is how a chosen family is a family. We say chosen, that doesn't take away from it being a family, but it's people that we have chosen to be around us, to uplift us, to be in spirit and in faith and all of these things with us. It could be your biological family or it could be not biological family. It could be a friend that you met 2 years ago, right? Or someone that you happened by chance to be in the same space with and you was like, oh, I like that energy, right? Let me check you out. Let me vet you real quick and then make sure that you're good, okay? Y'all with me on that? So we celebrating the chosen family, and I'm about to bring on two individuals that are a part of my chosen family, and we're going to celebrate, answer some questions, answer your questions, and do all that good stuff, okay? 504 girl say love you. And yes, I have a big chosen family. Indeed. Yes, indeed. Because if you're part of my family, it's a big chosen family. But best believe, let me say this though. Best believe, and my chosen family gonna tell you, do what you do, but watch my shoes. Because we will check you. You can't come up in here playing them games. You can't come up in here saying, oh, who they high, how they hold. We will check you at the door and we will revoke your chosen family pass. Know that. Okay? Know that. Indeed. All right, y'all. So today I have Just Dominic coming on, entrepreneur, music, coming into the space, faith, all of the good things. I have Danita Forges. I call my brother Faith, MC Dirty, Boogie's Boiling. Come on, fried oxtails and corn. Jesus. Okay. But anyways, I'm back. I'm back, y'all. I'm back. I'm gonna bring them in. And y'all, you know, I talked about this on Tuesday. I have a whole outline. But what do we do here at Titan in the morning? We go with the flow. And that's what we gonna do. So I'm gonna bring my people in and we're gonna talk about it and be about it. Hey, Just Dominic, welcome in. How you doing this morning?
Hey, Titan. Good morning.
Come on. Give it to me just like that. Yeah.
Who said something about radio and slurping? I don't understand.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Now you better. That's what I'm talking about. And then I have Danita. I call my brother. Welcome in, Danita. Good morning.
Good morning. Love.
Yes, indeed. So, y'all, I have my two individuals in this morning, chosen family. And so I want to say this going in to this for everybody. So I had a couple of questions on Tuesday, and they asked about why is the chosen family so important, right? And I said a little bit before I brought you on, but I'm going to ask that question to you all. First, I'm going to ask that you introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself, what you're doing, all of that. I've mentioned music with Dominic. I've mentioned Boogie's Boiling with Danita. So there's some things going on out here in the community y'all need to know about and all of that. And then then we'll answer the question. So I'm going to throw it to you first, Danita. Go ahead and let the people know who you are and what you represent. I love it.
Good morning, everybody. First of all, Titan, thank you for letting the lady go first. I'm so honored. Secondly, so my name is Danita, pronouns she, her, hers. I'm really outside, a published author, Project Liberate first and fourth quarter winner, Sovereign Grace, cohort. Listen, Boogie's Boiling. We cooking the baddest food in the South between Texas and Louisiana, you know, since I came back home. So, you know, I got to put it out there in the street. Advocate, ally, most importantly, God's child.
Yes, indeed. Come through. Now, I'm not going to let Danita just skip over Boogie's Boiling, right? So I'm going to tell y'all something. So last year I had a brunching with Titan. And y'all know, and so Danita already know this, so y'all don't even be trying to say, oh, Titan was putting her on the spot like that. Look, I told Danita, I said, I want to do a brunch, but I want the brunch to be hood because I'm from the hood and that's how it is, right? I want to have that old school feel, that backyard feel. I want the red cups and I want the fried oxtails and the corn. And a lot of people were like, fried oxtails and corn. Like, what is that? Baby, let me tell y'all something. Why was everybody trying to take the fried oxtails and corn home? I was saying, hold up. So Danita pulled me to the side and said, brother, now, I don't know if you got a plate. I got this sitting over here for you. Do you want this right here, or you want it fresh out the grease? I said, fresh out the grease, baby. I need a little something. So Danita, tell us just a little bit about, or how much ever you want to tell us about Boogie's Boiling, and then how it came about, and then why we all flocked to you like that for that good old oxtails and them ball bags and things like that.
So Boogie's Boiling. So here's the deal. I tell everybody just to get, I gotta put this homage where it goes. I learned how to cook off my mother's sacrifice. Growing up, it was just me and my mama. My mama worked 10 to 12-hour days, sometimes 6 days a week. So she started early teaching me how to scramble eggs, make rice, so then that came the staple of the eggs and rice, throw in a couple of weenies in the microwave. Well, as I got older, my mother would make groceries and just put stuff in the refrigerator and say, look, make sure you eating, because mama got to work. I ain't got time to chase that. How she used to have the stove and the microwave marked for me to be able to cook. So what people don't know is, and CPS will never find out, I was in the kitchen cooking at 5 years old, but my mama made sure I was straight. Over time, I just started experimenting. I always tell people I'm not a chef, I'm a food scientist. I throw a bunch of stuff in the pot, whip it up, and I turn to somebody and be like, taste this. And that's how we got to where we are. So I started really pushing Boogie's Boiling. Croy, my nephew, had a birthday party and we boiled for him. And one of the ladies at the boil was like, baby, you ought to do this full time, just pulling up at people's house with this pot boiling. And then COVID hit. When COVID hit, that's what we did. We started pulling up at people's house with this pot and serving. And it went from crawfish boils and shrimp boils to a full-on catering of marry me chicken with tri-pepper onions over robust dirty rice. We did greens. We did fried ribs with honey butter cornbread, jalapeno muffins. We did the fried oxtails and corn. And I started doing the fried oxtails because in Texas, a Southern Sunday soul food dinner always consisted of smothered oxtails, yams, macaroni and cheese. So I said, what can I do different that Boogie's was different from everybody else's option? I said, let me try to fry these things. So I went to the local HEB, grabbed me a small pack of oxtails, got in the kitchen with my lab coat on, came out with a fried oxtail, and I said, babe, taste this. She was like, what is that? I said, it's a fried oxtail. She was like, yeah, no, I'm not eating that. I said, please, babe, just taste it. And she never ate oxtails before. She eat them when I turn that grease on. So, and that's how Boogie's Boiling came to what it be. And for me, Boogie's Boiling was never my sole career or top priority. So God put me in a position to be able to create a fellowship with his children through food, because the best meals get the best conversations because it's a comfort zone. So I make comfort food at affordable prices. I'm not the caterer that's knocking people's head off because they need that money to survive. God already made a way for me. This is like the altar, the secondary option that I get to show up, give this food, and then everybody come together and discuss life, have a good time, get up full, and go home and lay down. Mission complete.
The itis.
Welcome to Boogie's Boiling.
The itis. Okay. Look, let me tell y'all something. I went to a backyard kickback at the Normal Anomaly, and Danita was out there frying those oxtails and corn, right? Everybody was going for the bags. Everybody know the bags, the boiled bags. So everybody was getting their crawfish and stuff like that. I walked over and I said, brother, what you doing over here? Oh, I got some, brother, for you. Don't worry about it. I got something for you. So I came back around a little bit later, because Danita was doing fry on demand. So as you were coming in,
made to order
the mugs in that grease.
Yeah, right? Made to order. So, everybody like fresh. I don't know who made eating cold food cool. I like everything fresh.
Okay. Yes, indeed. So, baby, I got over there and I was going live on TikTok that day. I'll never forget this. Everybody had the ball bags. Baby, I was over there like this. And Dominic, when I tell you, I was straight hood with it. I was like, y'all look, and then they were like, oh, your fingers greasy. I don't care. And then people were standing around with the bag saying, are they that good? Because you showed chomping on them. I said, baby, gonna bless your soul. Then they started catching on. They was like, oh, I want one. So the plate was 3 oxtails and 2 corns, right? By the time they got over there, Danita had ran. It was gone. They was like, well, I want some. I was like, y'all should have got that. I know y'all got the ball bag, baby. But I don't do crawfish like that. So me and Danita always talk about that. But I'll do the potatoes and corn and sausage and stuff like that. But I don't do the crawfish. Baby, ever since then, it has been a thing. They was like, oh, you having something? I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have something. You gonna have some fried oxtails? I'll be like, y'all. That's so ghetto of y'all. But yes, I'm gonna have it. But y'all, So y'all, thank y'all so much. I'm gonna read some comments. Hey, good morning to you all over on TikTok. Denise said, "Good morning, good morning." Hey, Jackie, good morning. Good morning to you and your guests. Good morning. Hey, good morning to you. Yes, my chosen family, indeed. Okay. 504 girl say, where's she from? 504.
From the Mac to
504.
the Melf to the Cali, yo. I'm 504 all day, baby. I'm sitting in the
Yeah.
backyard of a Louisiana home as we speak.
Okay. How about that? Right? Chatty said, girl, you're making me hungry. Okay. Hey, hey, Julia, good morning. Hey, good morning to you all. All right, y'all. Let me make sure I get. So I'm trying to get the comments. Hey, good morning. So let me do this real quick, y'all. You can catch me on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, X. I always want to say Twitter, but X, Podbean, Insta. I'm all the way around. You can even catch the show afterwards on Apple, Spotify, all of that good stuff, right? So I'm all the way around here. But yes, type Titan Capri into your search engine and you shall find me. Okay. You shall find me. All right, y'all. So 504 girl said, what's the am family? Okay. What's I am? Okay. So y'all, my next guest is Just Dominic. Just Dominic is a overall person of energy, of faith, of music, of all the things. And let me tell y'all something. Me and Just Dominic connected over some Tina Turner and some Janet Jackson. Let me tell y'all. Okay, over some Tina Turner and some Janet Jackson. He told me I was in my Tina moment, my Tina phase. Would you say my Tina season?
Your Tina season. That's right.
Okay, my Tina season, baby. I'm older. I'm doing it. I'm doing all those things. But anyways, y'all, this is Just Dominic. Just Dominic, tell the people about you, about what you're doing, and then also too about your music, all the things. And I got a little something special when it's commercial time, talking about music. But yes, Just Dominic, let the people know.
All right. Well, here we go. It's so funny. You're from the 504 and I'm from the 505.
Oh, you next door.
I'm right next door.
Okay.
That is so funny to me. I was like, oh, okay, 504. So I'm here in New Mexico. I was born and raised in Detroit. I was born and raised in the music scene. I am the second cousin to Joe Billingsley from the Contours, which is the first Motown group that had a Hot 100 hit. So I'm very proud of my cousin and very proud of our music legacy from Detroit. I was, however, raised more so in gospel than the Motown scene. And so I have a lot of background singing in gospel music, from singing background from Fred Hammond to CeCe Winans to Aretha to even Mariah Carey at one point in time. So I've got a lot of energy and skills from a background singer for sure, and as a songwriter and producer. And so I am now in my season of putting myself out, putting my music out, putting my voice out as lead and no longer just in the background. It took forever for me to gather up the courage to do so, because I'm a different kind of a musician, not going to hide behind a banner or a brand or pretend to be someone that I'm not. And those things kind of slowed me down a little bit. However, through a lot of encouragement from certain people in the industry, including my boy B Slade, encouraging me to kind of step out and do my thing. I'm also a radio station owner. Titan's a part of that. And the radio is for Christ followers. Okay, from people from all walks of life. We ain't into no brands. We ain't into no denominations. We're not into anybody saying you can't because of this or that. All of that silliness does not exist. We are one people. We are one mind, and we're becoming a global network that talks about Christ following in a very progressive way. We talk about science. We talk about mental health and all the facets of who we are. And I am very proud of this platform and very proud of all of the content creators that contribute to that. So that's just a little bit about who I am and my background. Hopefully I didn't talk your ear off.
Yeah, I'm with it. Now, just like I did with Danita, I'm gonna come back. Let's not just slide over Bullet in Flight, right? And saying that it's just this, right? You're in how many countries?
We are right now in 190 countries.
Catch it. And for some of y'all, right, pull out your geographical book. You might not know there's 190 countries. Okay, look at that. Look at that. So now, okay, look, because I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, a 5th grade education. I'm only holding up 4 fingers. I did not know, right? But that's what we do around here. That's what we're saying. So we just wasn't gonna skip over that and be like, oh well, you know, I'm on the radio and that's good, right? Now
we are growing in a lot of African countries that are Muslim dominated. And that is what's making up our numbers, like really great. Now, there may be only 50 people listening in this country and 50 people listening in that country, but that's huge in countries where what we're talking about, freedom, is not allowed. So I'm extremely proud that we're growing every month in those countries.
Yes, indeed. And I just want to say thank you for that, because I think in this Pride Month and in the things that we're talking about, and we're talking about chosen families and in faith and in the church and things like that, a lot of times we don't even understand the magnitude or our reach in what we're actually doing. And that's why I think chosen families are so important, because you would have had nobody would have no idea that you're on a radio station and that the radio actually is reaching 190 countries. And then in places where we are not truly accepted for who we are, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna do a little connection here real quick. So, and Danita, she gonna say what she gonna say. Brother gonna say what she gonna say. However, I'm gonna mention it again. So, picture it, Houston, 2000 and yeah. So Danita is how I started on the radio. So I did 100+ shows on the radio, and Danita basically said, hey brother, I want you to come on and do this. And I'm not gonna lie to you, because we talk about this all the time. I said, Danita, and she's like, no brother, you good, come on, do your thing, talk your ish, do what you do. And that's how I started, right? I didn't know nothing from a can of paint, but she trusted in what I was capable of and doing. And so came in at a time to where I was like, oh, and a lot of you said, okay, well, Titan, why you don't have guests anymore, right? I got kind of burnt out, with that. But I started on the radio, started doing commercials, started bringing people on from the community. And then we're going to fast forward to now. And then here we are back, bringing community back in, because a lot of times people didn't know what was going on in the community, right? And I like to think that I'm in a special place over here. I like to say I'm down in the ditch and covered in mud, right? Because I'm down on the ground, boots on the ground. Wait a minute. Hold on.
I know we need a
there it is. Woo. Anyways, so I just wanted to make the connection, because Just Dominic is radio and Danita is radio. Danita, we call MC Dirty, microphone fiend. That's what I say all the time. Will come on that microphone and talk to you. All right, talk to you, set you straight, and all with finesse and sass. And I love it, and I love it. So radio, entrepreneurship, all of these things are part of our chosen family. And I just want to say thank y'all for that. And y'all know I'm gonna thank y'all 15 more times before we end this broadcast. But I just want to say thank y'all for being that. Thank y'all for seeing me. Thank y'all for stepping out in whatever form or fashion that you step out, right? Because it doesn't look like everybody else doing the same thing. Hey, everybody. Indeed. And yes, indeed. 190. Pick up a book. I actually Google How many countries are there in the world? You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised. All right, y'all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop in a question for my guest. And the question is, in what ways has your chosen family provided support on your journey of faith that differs from or complements your biological family? I'm gonna say the question one more time. We're gonna act like we had a pageant. Okay, I'm gonna repeat the question one more time. Okay, and when you're ready, then you go ahead and you can answer. Y'all know I'm a pageant head. Y'all know I used to do pageant back in the days. Okay, all right. So here we go. In what ways has your chosen family provided support on your journey of faith that differs from or complements your biological family? Okay, we're talking about chosen families all month, and this right here, I can't wait because I'm ready to hear what Danita and Just Dominic has to say about this, baby, because faith is what? Anyways, so I will go ahead and do it again. I will go ahead and let Danita go first because that's what we do here at Titan in the Morning. Okay.
So that's a good question, Titan. My chosen family supported my faith walk a lot easier than my biological family because I grew up in the church. So the biological family said, what you doing? Not a lesbian talking about God. What you doing? You know better. You know what the words say. All of the Old Testament scriptures that held me to prison and none of the New Testament that I got covered in the blood and freed from, the family never gave me credit for that. In the beginning, I will never take away from in the beginning, right? In the beginning, there was this and there was that. In the beginning, it was chosen family. When God got finished pricking my biological family's heart, then they started to understand. So my chosen family has always, I'm grateful to God because I don't carry ministry titles. I don't ever want to. Ministry titles create a platform of perfection that allows me, that separates me from me being human. So for me, it's always been, I'm going to show up in my genuine self. I'm reminded of Romans. Whenever I do good, evil is always present. Believe what I tell you when I tell you that I trust God with all my heart and I love him dearly will help you get through situations, comparing them to parables in the Bible. But don't ever get it twisted. My flesh is still here. We can get on one knee and pray. And if you cross me, you will meet the lion. I got a tattoo of a lion and a lamb. I tell them, be careful how you play at the stable because you're going to determine who come out. Amen. So over time, my biological family has started to accept that what God called and what God made is who I am. And now they kind of respect that space. And that's a blessing because I had a great aunt who literally like blocked me off of social media and was barely talking to me because it was hypocritical for me to be a homosexual who talked about how good God was. I let her block me. I'm still talking about how good God is. The chosen family is still God's children. So I have the opportunity to still minister to an additional family that still learns to understand that God loves them just like he loves me. And it does not matter if it's church walls or outside. You talk about God everywhere you go because that's why he held his head on that cross. And that's why he got up on the third day. So we have the opportunity to walk about this earth in freedom, talking about how good he is, even through our struggles. I'm going to leave that right there. Did I answer your question, Titan?
Ooh, come on now.
Ooh, I should have bought a Honda and a Testarossa. Ooh, e-condola. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. This is why I love Danita because when I say down in the ditch and covered in mud, this is what I mean. Like we cannot be up there in the rafters so high that people can't see or even understand what we're doing. We are part of this community, right? And however we show up, that's how we show up authentically in who we are. But we still can have faith. We still can have love. We can still believe in salvation. I think sometimes we try to detach the two from the LGBTQIA plus community or from the quote unquote agenda that we are trying to perpetuate. And that's not what that is, right? That's not what that is. Baby, when I tell you that Danita has prayed with me, prayed for me, we have been in spaces where all kind of hockey was going on. and we had to have a come to Jesus moment real quick, right? But we also, and I'll say this again, don't get it twisted. She just talked about that lion. We also had to put that paw down and say, "Buh,
Yeah.
watch yourself. Watch yourself. I may be over here preaching and teaching. I may be over here giving a sermon. I may be witnessing, but I will chin check you in 2.2 seconds. Don't get it twisted. Don't get baby, and have seen it in action. And that's what I love, because I'm like, we're human. We are a part of this earth. We are on this earth. We have families. We have jobs. We have things, right? And all that good stuff. So yes. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer said, Titan Capri, I do hope you're going to answer the question as well. I will, Jennifer. Jennifer said, hey. Jennifer said, my girl, 504 girl said, yes, Titan, we definitely understand that. Being a Pisces, the dolphin and the shark pick up your side. Baby, pick your side. Because I just told Dominic last night, I'd be like, look, I'm that one that I'm saying, okay, okay. When I give you that third one, baby, all bets are off. I ain't got time. I don't have time for kumbaya and think, no, you didn't woke the beast. Now it's time for you to go ahead on and play in the sandbox like you're supposed to. Mm-hmm. And I don't think no ways differently. So yes, indeed. Jennifer said, my. Hey, Chatty, good morning. Good morning. Hey, Anthony Bugs, good morning. Hey, Michelle, good morning. Michelle Marco, hey, sis, good morning. Hey, Keisha. Keisha said, good morning. Yes, indeed, Keisha. And we do know about those fried oxtails. Yes, we do. We're going to have them again. Yes, indeed. But anyways, let's move on, because y'all got me over here talking. Chatty said, don't change who you are for no one. I see you have an awesome personality. Keep doing what you're doing. Much love and light to you. Indeed. Okay. All right. So Dominic, I'm going to sit up here and pop it on over to you. Would you like for me to read the question again? Because we're doing it pageant style. So I'm going to read the question.
No, I think I remember. If you want to, you can, but I do remember.
Okay. Chosen family. For the sake of, look, for the sake of Dominic, let me just go ahead and do that. Let me take a sip first. Hold on.
For the people.
Okay, thank you. All right. So for the people, because I see the comments coming in, okay? So we are doing this pageant style this morning, right? The question is, and it reads, Dominic, in what ways has your chosen family provided support on your journey of faith that differs from or complements your biological family? Thank you.
Well, to answer that question, I'm going to try to keep it as light as possible. But my biological
get heavy if you got to. Go ahead.
Yeah, they completely shut down, turned their backs, and treated me as if I were dead. I had died, and they had thrown me in their eternal hell. So it was just over. And to this day, there is a large chunk of my family that feels the same way. I came out in 1999.
Come on, 99.
Okay.
99.
Right?
Okay, I'm sorry.
There are people that have not spoken to me since then in my biological family and my old community. Now, my chosen family has, these wonderful folks have put me back together again. From just being completely a wreck. My life was a wreck because I had to separate religion from being spiritual. I had to realize that I was a son of God and a son of man, and that no one can take my sonship away from me. And my chosen family helped me realize that and helped me see myself for who I am. So my chosen family, my given family, my born family wanted to strip me from my identity and tell me that I was not who I am. My chosen family said, you are who you are. And because of them, I'm singing. Because of them, I'm doing everything that I'm doing because I see myself for who I am.
Yeah.
Isn't that interesting?
Yes, baby.
So chosen
Baby.
family is everything for me. Everything. That's how I feel. And I even wrote a song about it. It's called Where's the Love? Want to hear it? Here you go.
Yeah, you know that's a good old segue too, because we're gonna roll right on into it. So y'all, I want to say this because this is why I I'm so pressed on chosen families, because a lot of times you don't know what someone else is going through at this time. Our stories are similar, but it varies in degrees, you know, because this right here, because not all of us are wired the same way. Some of us could probably stand there and be like, child, whatever, do what you do. But then some of us have been torn apart, right? We don't feel that we're safe in living this life, even in our own biological families, where you came from, where you were birthed it. You know what I mean? Like it's sometimes it's like that. But then sometimes, like Danita said, sometimes in the beginning, it was like that. And then people can see, and it's okay on both ends, right? Because that's why you have a chosen family. Now, some of my biological family is my chosen family, right? I had to have conversations with them. They had to see what I was doing to understand that it wasn't all of what they thought it was, because they were hearing it from here and there. And then, you know, I have this thing um, to where we're always asking, where is the love? And I believe, and then Dominic, catch this here, right here. I believe that love is a constant in this world, but we need more of it. Love should not be conditional to the point to where you are ostracizing, beating, hurting, traumatizing someone for just being who they are. Or as I like to say, and we've all said, who God made us to be, right? Sometimes we
Yeah.
don't know our walk before we get to it, right?
And
Sometimes we
love
got to
does
be out
not
in the
take your
world.
autonomy away from you.
So y'all,
That's it.
what I'm gonna do while we are on this screen looking, y'all give me a clap for my technical workings here. But I'm gonna play the song while we are on, and I just want you all to listen to Where is the Love. So just Dominic, I would like for you to give us a little preface of the song, and then you already mentioned what was behind it a little bit, but just give us the preface of the song and why it's important, and then who you asked to be on the song with you and why.
Okay, absolutely. This song I wrote, Where's the Love, is I wrote this as a love letter for my community to the church. I wrote this song to each and every one of our families. This was a very difficult song for me to write. And I've been writing songs since the early 90s. And it's easy to come up with a little melody and a rhyme when you have that talent. But when you actually mean what you say, it takes you to a whole other place. You really travel and time travel in the song. So where's the love? Every lyric is, why are you looking at what's so different? Why is there so much fear in everything that you say? I'm literally asking question after question in the song, rhetorical question. And I've asked these questions in real life to my mother, to my father, to old pastors and people that I grew up with. Why are you so afraid of everything? Half of what you say isn't even logical. And so I wanted to just write something with emotion, but something with logic for people who can't talk, for
Ooh.
people that I know that have passed away, committed suicide because they were so rejected. They drank themselves to death or sexed themselves to death. And I want to ask all of us, including those that in our community, okay, that have cliques and want to say, oh, well, I'm gay, but you don't dress with designers, so you can't sit with me. All of this. Where is the love? Where is the love? You want
Yeah.
autonomy, you want to feel
Come on,
safe.
designers.
But where are you in this whole thing? Do you see love. And love is is this energy, okay, that we should all share. It makes us symbiotic. And so that's what the song is about. And I was trying so desperately to express that. So I asked Titan to join me on this song, and he wrote a very lovely poem that really summarized everything that I was saying. And I also invited our dear sister and friend, Natasha Ellison, as well. And she is a very thought-provoking, a wonderful individual. She has a ministry a lot like yours, Tanita. So it's very interesting to meet you. I'm like, oh man, I can't wait to talk to you.
Yeah.
And they just jumped on the song instantly, hadn't heard the song, and they jumped on the song before they even heard it. And everything worked out and just clicked brilliantly. So I hope our community hears this as something that is cathartic, and they know somebody understands them, because we all in the same boat. And the question still remains. It's a hard question to our government, to our churches. Where is the love? Where is real autonomy? Where's that unconditional love? Where's love thy neighbor? Because getting into heaven is about love. You're failing. Sorry. And that's why your churches are shutting down. So there's a little bit of anger from my side, from how I've seen our community treated, but that is the theme and the reason why I wrote this song.
Yeah.
Where is the love? 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 Where's the love? Where's the love? You don't love anyone that's not like you. Where's the love? Where is the love? Oh, where is it? Where is your love? Where is the love? Oh, where is it? Where is your love? Love is not an easy. Where is the love? Oh, where is it? Where is your love? Love is not an easy. Where is the love? Where is it? Where is your love? Love has no gender. Where is the love? Where is it? Where is your love? Why do you feel what's so different? So much fear in the things that you say. Can hide behind your religion or any political party. There's a darkness that storms and rages, seems to conquer all and divides. Where is the love? Do you love your sisters? Hey, where is your love? Do you love your brother? Where is the love? Do you where is it? Where is your love? Yeah. Love is patient. Love is patient. Love is kind. Love will bring you peace of mind. Love isn't boastful. Love isn't precious. Love isn't sadistic or brings tears to your eyes. I don't see you love your neighbor. You don't love anybody that's not like you. I don't see real fruit on your tree. I don't see hearts full of my commandments. I will cut down those foul lacking, like those with a lukewarm heart. Love is not easy. Where is the love? Where is the labor? Where is your love? more love of me, and more love as far as the eye can see.
Ooh, I had a
Where's the love?
wait a minute. I had to start to play it again. Hold up. Wait.
Where's the love?
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. You know what? It's one thing to listen to it, but it's a whole other thing when you on live and people are commenting and saying things, and then you're like, wait, yeah, I'll come in at the end. But yeah, that's it. Okay, Jennifer. Jennifer said, come on, you don't love nobody that don't look like you. Okay. Gotta find this song. It's a must-have. 504 said, find this song. It's a must-have. Jennifer said, why am I in the airport ready to bop? Keisha said,
it is available on every streaming platform. So if you're going to get it, it's available on everywhere you get your music download. It's available. Apple, everywhere. Spotify, everywhere.
Come through, y'all. Come through.
And I'm happy y'all like it. I'm so happy you were on it and you played it. That was really kind. I really appreciate it. But yeah, you know, gospel radio's not going to play something like that. So I'm glad that you're playing it here. And all it is about love. And like I say, love is not an ism. Like Natasha kept saying, love is not an ism. And that made me cry. Yeah. Because you think about that, all the isms. It's just.
Maybe I was over here swaying like,
Next, I have to do a dance version to it. We'll have to do a dance.
Okay.
Version.
Now, that part. And I'm going to bring a fan. Hold on. And I'm going to bring a fan. Yes. Now, look, y'all. So what we're doing is we always want to support community, want to be in community and do the things like that. Where is the love, right? Okay, Jennifer talking about Me Too Titan. Okay, look, okay, you better be in there because you know I'm going to cut a rug. I'm going to cut a rug. Baby, I was over here swaying. I was like, wait, so it's a song. It's gospel for the church, but I can't stop these shoulders. Let me stop. Look, y'all.
I'm calling it R&B because the gospel station's not going to play that.
504 girl said, drop that NO beat under it. Baby, what? What? Look, you ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to say nothing. All right, y'all, let me do this real quick. I want to take a little quick commercial break. I know we're getting down in time. I want to be responsible with my guest time this morning. Got to be on time. But I want to go and play. Jennifer talking about my plus size hips was moving. You know what, Jennifer? Whatever size they are, baby. Whatever size they are, let them move. Okay, let them move. So y'all, I'm gonna really quickly. It'll probably be about a minute and a half. I'm gonna just play a couple of commercials real quick. I got some things that are going on. I would love for you all to check out and go and see and all that good stuff. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna come back, ask one last question, and then we will be out. I'm gonna try to keep it at the hour time frame. If my guests can stay for just 1 or 2 minutes more, we can answer the question. But this has been good. I really wish that we had like a whole, retreat time that we could be sitting out like Danita is out there on that porch, looking at the countryside and all that good stuff. But we'll have that. We're gonna do a live in-house. That's what we're gonna do. Indeed. All right, y'all. So let me do this. Yes. Y'all, I feel so good. This is like
this is fun.
Oh, y'all. All right. So I changed up some things with Titan in the morning under the Titan Capri experience. And so I want to offer a couple of things, but also too, just letting you know what we're doing, where we're at, and all of those good things. Baby, we didn't got the song. We didn't got a good old testimonies and things. I'm feeling this right here. I'm feeling this. Let me do what I got to do because y'all, time is ticking. Let me do what I got to do. Let me do what I gotta do. Let me see what we're doing. Hold on. There we go. Hi, my name is Titan Capri, and I would love to introduce you to the Titan Capri Experience merch. Have you been over to my shop to see all the wonderful items that I have for you? Let me tell you, I have the Titan in the Morning mugs, socks, tote bags, candles, and t-shirts. I even have a Titan Capri Experience insulated 40-ounce travel mug. Yes, I did say 40 ounces. So hop on over and check out all the goodies that I have for you. Also, if clicking the link is not for you, you can scan the QR code and it will take you to my TikTok shop where you can do all the shopping that you would love to do. Go on over and check me out. For the link, the QR code, but either way, it will take you to the destination, which is my Titan Capri Experience shop. See you there. So we are back, y'all, as y'all can see. Yes. So Lucy Lou said, is the mic still hanging around? Maybe a little Titan's groove. Now, Lucy, don't start nothing because you saw how the microphone just popped up on its own. Don't start nothing. Let me finish with my guest first, and then we can do a little Titan's groove on the way out. Okay, I got you. I got you, baby. That microphone is always on the ready. Look at it, moving by itself. Look, moving by itself with my hand. Look, y'all. Thank y'all so much. So I do have the Titan Capri Experience shop, and I do have a couple of things. I did talk about the 40-ounce mug. Let me tell y'all something. Baby, 40 ounces is a lot, so be ready, because if you go ahead and get the 40-ounce, which you should, but you traveling, you need to make sure you put a couple of stops on your drive, like a Buc-ee's stop or something like that on your drive, because you're going to need it, because that 40-ounce is heavy, and it keeps things cold and hot. So, baby, be ready for that. But so it showed that I'm on Bullet and Flight Radio on Tuesdays and Saturdays, right? And so y'all just go ahead and check us out. Like, follow, subscribe, just be in the community and seeing what's going on. So I have one last question for our guest. And y'all, I have enjoyed this so much. I love conversation and things like that. So what I want to do, I know we talked about a little bit about faith before. So leaving out, right? I want us to talk to those individuals that are out there that are looking for a chosen family or needs to be a part of a chosen family and don't necessarily know how to do that within the church and then out of the church, right? And so I want you to answer this question for me. What role does chosen families play in the broader LGBTQIA plus community, particularly in the church being a place of acceptance and belonging? The reason I asked the question, I just want to preface this just a little bit. Someone said to me, well, Titan, how can I be a part of a chosen family? How can my chosen family live in a church where I'm not accepted, in a space where I'm not accepted? And so how can chosen families help in the broader sense, right? With the church being, we would love for it to be a place of acceptance, a place of love, right? We ask, where's the love? What do you all say to that? So I'm going to start with just Dominic first this go around, right? And then I'm going to let Danita close us out. And then we're gonna groove. I see y'all over there. So Dominic, if you want to go ahead and let us know.
You say, where's the love? I say, where's the money? The only way to change the church is a business. Okay. I have a ton of family that's in ministry, And I know what goes on behind the velvet rope. Okay. So the only way for the chosen family, I believe, to change the church culture and to start the deconstruction process, that is extremely important, because a lot of us don't really know what we think we know. Oh, come on now. And so there has to be a deconstruction process of what we learned about masses Jesus. That's the first thing we need to do. The chosen family can help with that. And with deconstruction, finances always plays a part, because I'm not tithing, okay, or giving offering if you're talking crazy about my family. That will automatically change what's being said across the pulpit. And so that is my thought. Danita?
So I didn't want to ad lib this. I wanted to be very intentional with my response to this. So bear with me. I have it composed, so I wanted to share it accordingly. So chosen families are more than just a backup plan for the LGBTQIA plus people. They are sacred lifelines. In a world, and especially in some church spaces where rejection too often greets authenticity, chosen families become the living, breathing example of Christ's love in action. They carry each other's boundaries, speak life into one another, and offer the kind of acceptance that too many pews have failed to provide. The church is supposed to be a place of refuge, healing, and belonging. But when dogma replaces compassion and doctrine is used as a weapon instead of a bridge, people go searching for spiritual safety elsewhere. That's where chosen families step in, offering not just support, but divine affirmations. I believe in God's chosen families. I've seen the gospel alive in Sunday dinners around kitchen tables, in late night prayer time between siblings, in hugs that just say you are loved just as you are. Okay. If the church truly wants to be the body of Christ, it has to stop amputating the very limbs that God sent to move the mission forward. Chosen families remind us that love is not limited to blood. It is rooted in covenant, and God is always in the covenant of love.
What else can be said? I'm trying to keep my mouth shut. I was trying so hard not to say amen or interrupt you at all. But come on through with that.
Yes, indeed. That's why dirty is dirty, baby. That's why MC dirty is dirty.
I really
we both hit deconstruction in a different.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, you're absolutely correct. And that's why I wanted to curate that in the space of something written, because I didn't want to ad lib or leave anything out. Yeah. Pastor Bailey always makes fun of me and say, Danita, you're just so churchy. But growing up Baptist, going into my teenage years, apostolic Pentecostal, and still being a homosexual has been the hardest battle to show the world that I'm okay with loving God and he okay with me loving him. So I always tell people, our chosen family, this LGBTQIA plus community, we fight a lot of stuff in the world, but I don't think we should ever have to fight that hard with the church. If the Bible says that this is my father's house, when I go to my daddy's house, I take my shoes off, give him a big hug and a kiss. I find a space to plop down and I enjoy myself. So why is that not the same intention in church? The Bible says, how do you love God if you don't love your brothers and sisters? But when I walk in the church, they call me Sister Danita, but you don't love me because I don't look like you, walk like you, sound like you, talk like you, but I hurt like you, pray like you, suffer like you, praise like you, bless like you. I don't understand how we get the mission messed up, because if we lead in love, love is the most perfect gift that God ever gave to a refuge of imperfect people who turned around and showed love as a weapon, or love as a manipulation tool. And that's how the biological family gets separated and we get launched into a chosen family. And to answer that even further, you never have to search for a chosen family. There is a puzzle piece that's missing, that's waiting on you. And when you walk past those families and those houses, you are going to know when you fit into that chosen family, because one thing that we know when putting puzzles together, you can't shave a piece to make it fit. You can toss it and turn it however you want. But when you fit into that space, like the old folks used to say, you snug, as a bug in a
In a
rug.
rug. Okay.
Amen.
That's right. That
Yes,
is so
indeed,
true.
y'all.
Ooh.
This is what I love, and this is what I just really thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. Thank my guests from Tuesday, but thank y'all so much for
Powerful.
given a face to this, right? Because there's a visual that happens when we come together as a chosen family, right?
Yes.
We don't ask anything of you, just for you to be you. But if you come in, we're gonna ask you, are you okay? Like Danita said, going to my father's house. When you come to your chosen family, you come in, kick your shoes off, you get relaxed, you get comfortable, snug as a bug in a rug, and we're gonna ride for you. We're gonna make sure that you are good, right? Because
Yes.
you are our family, right? Nothing else from that. Now, again, we're gonna check you if you out there wilding out doing wrong things because we're your family and we want to see you grow and prosper and all those things. But you do not have to put on in order to be in this family. You don't have to put on in order for you to be chosen. Just be yourself and who you are. Man, if
That's
I tell you, I want to like talk to y'all for 30 more minutes, but I know we got to go. But this is what I'm saying to you all, to my guests, to my chosen family. Y'all, everything is happening in the world today. And I'm trying to be PC with what I'm saying, not because I'm scared to say it, but because I've been getting strikes and lives taken down and all of this stuff. There's a lot going on in this world today, and we need love. We ask, where is the love? That love comes from your chosen family. If you are out there and your biological family, the family that you are a part of, the family that you happen to be in, right? It's not doing it for you. It's not a safe or brave space. It's not a courageous space, right? Come to your chosen family. And I guarantee you, you got chosen family out there. They've been hovering. You are chosen family adjacent. There's chosen family right around you that's been supporting you, lifting you up. They may only come in every other couple of weeks, every other couple of months, or whatever have you. Chosen family that comes in and put you on a song. Chosen family that comes in and put you on the radio. Chosen family that supports you. Chosen family, like Keisha said, yes, fried oxtails and corn. Chosen family that does that. But not only that, they see you in the community, right? And then they come out. When that signal goes out, you feel what I'm saying? And y'all know what I'm talking about. When that spirit say, hey, I need you to go talk to Danita, or I need Danita to come talk to the people, or I need just Dominic just to give a word or drop a song, or I need Titan to come over here. Don't have to say nothing, but just be in the building. You know what I mean? That's the chosen family that we have. So I'm gonna get off my soapbox, but thank y'all for being part of my chosen family. Thank y'all for allowing me to choose you in the sense of being a chosen family. I don't think anything was done by chance, right? Divine intervention, I believe, is always the key, right? Said it was going to be my chosen family, and that's what it was. And then I kept saying, well, why I keep, why? Okay, all right, but let me go over here and let me talk to them because the spirit keeps saying, don't let them walk away again and you not tell them what you need to tell them. I sent them over here for a reason. You need to tell them. Simple and done. Lastly, y'all, somebody asked me about the microphone. I'm going to ask that my guests groove with me on the way out of here. Thank y'all for loving me. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you to my guests, Danita and just Dominic. I love y'all so much. Everybody go out, check them out, see them, and do all of that. And y'all, and so thank y'all so much for that. And yes, I am back, y'all. I really never left, but I had to take a hiatus. And so I'm back better than ever. And we're gonna do this thing. We kicking it off with Pride Month, but we're gonna do this thing. And y'all be on the lookout because the live show is coming to a space near you real soon. But anyway, so y'all see how the microphone just pops back up all of a sudden, right? Just wait a minute, hold on. So for those of you who are new to this, right? Those of you who already know what the deal is and how it goes, I have what I call the Titans Groove. And I like to do a little something called the Titans Groove, right? Now, just Dominic said that I was in my Tina season doing my Tina thing. So, it's always about those Tina shoulders rolling, rolling. Let me move the microphone out the way a little bit because, I can get a little loud. But y'all, let's do this with me. Y'all move your shoulders and good old Tina Turner faction. And for those of you who don't know Tina Turner, y'all just Google her, the icon, the legend. You know who she is. If you ever been an entertainer or a performer, you know Tina. Okay? The GOAT. So this is what we do, y'all. This is how we do it. Y'all sing along with me. Y'all bop along with me, move along, and then we're going to get out of here. I'm not going to come back after the Titans Groove and say anything. We're just going to exit on out and do that. And my guest, if y'all can hold on for 2 minutes after we leave out, that would be great. All right, y'all. This is what we do. Hold on. Me. Oh, yes. All right. Let's go. Let's get it. Sit it, da, 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 da. Sit it, da, 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 da. Zoom, da, da, doom, doom, da, doom, doom, da, doom, doom, da, doom, da, doom, doom, doom. It's Titan in the morning. Sibby dibby, da, doom, doom, da, doom, doom. Sibby dibby, da, doom, doom, da, doom, doom. Sibby dibby, da, doom, doom, da, doom, doom. Yes. Sibby dibby, da, doom, doom, da, doom, 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 doom. Titan, doom, 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 Titan in the morning. Titan, doom, 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 Titan in the morning. Titan, doom, doom, Titan in the morning. Y'all got me acting crazy. But let's go on. We're gonna close it out. Zippy dibby dot to doom to doom doom to doom to doom to doom to doom to zippy dibby dot to doom to doom to doom to doom to. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. Get out of here, y'all. Get out of. Hey, we had a good time, didn't we? We would like to thank you for tuning in today and thank you in advance for tuning in the future. If you would like to contact me for any questions, comments, and or concerns about the show, the community that I serve, and the advocacy work that I'm doing, please scan the QR code above or send an email directly to titan.capri@gmail.com. Now, if that doesn't work for you, just put Titan Capri in any search engine or bar, and I am sure that you will find it. Until next time, y'all be great.